Top 8 is Addy Mexican Cake, TB and Daiku, Hermisen and Blue, VipR and Ariel. Right now in the losers bracket, we have Yami and Zero, and then we have Blaze and LUCVDH, hashtag oof.
Same, bruh. Characters have been picked, going right on into this. Blue on the Koji, VipR on the Koji, Hermisen on the Queen Nai, Ariel on that Sentinel. These are the same characters that they were playing in their previous sets, so likely will be their characters for the rest of the tournament. Maybe they'll switch it up if the situation arises. We might see Blue swap over to the Kaya, might see VipR swap on over to a Blaster's character, maybe the Diana. But for now, they're going to be rocking these characters, rocking these Kojis as we get into the final maps. Banned, Twilight, Great Hall, Small Brawlhaven left on the board. Haven't seen a Small Brawlhaven in 2s yet.
And we won't see it this game. It just ended up getting banned out.
It's a popular 1v1 map. Interesting that it's not exactly picked in 2s the way that...
It's so small.
But in comparison, like you
so
see
small.
people pick Mammoth. Mammoth
Yeah.
is relatively small
It
well.
It just feels so small.
It's just, it is an interesting situation, but we do see Ariel able to pick up a weapon. Blue finally be able to pick up his weapon of his own. VipR going to be looking for those follow-ups, but the black hole onto the red team. Both red team members were locked in that, so they took a good 3 hits from the blue team. Very quick damage onto both red team members.
It's not gigantic damage, but early on in the game, a lot of times the way we see it going is you get a lead and you hold that lead. We have seen leads go back and forth, definitely yesterday, definitely already today so far. So it could be either one, but if you can get the lead in the beginning, you want the lead in the beginning. And the red team might be taking it here as VipR picks up that double kill onto the blue team.
Really good pickup for the red team. You saw him get that recovery and then rotate over to the right side, just trusting VipR to hit the ground pound in that that pinhole onto one of the blue team members. He was able to get that successful kill, and then Ariel picked up one of his own. Really good stuff for the red team. Back in center stage, Ariel just kind of holding down. We've seen VipR stick on the walls a little bit more, just trying to play safe with this Koji, just trying to play that follow-up game really off of Ariel. You see him again rotating over, trying to help Ariel out. He wants to be in position. He's not looking for those big aggressive positions. Instead, he's looking for a spot where Ariel's going to get some damage and he can follow up and get extra damage on top of it.
I think he knows that playing safe at this point, being that he is a lower defense character, the fact that him and Ariel, or he and Ariel, are still on their first stock, well, Ariel's still on his first stock, but Blue and Hermisen are about at kill percent on their second stock. Even though Ariel just died, we could see Blue and Hermisen following suit.
Yeah, this is definitely a strong spot for the red team. Ariel looking for those approaches onto the blue team members. VipR spot dodging through. Looking at the top of the map, but it's going to be Hermisen. He just sends VipR away. The downlight side air sends one, gets the neutral light onto the other. Weapon toss connects. Both blue team members are down, but blue is going to go deep to make sure that Hermisen can get back up safely. Just got underneath, got some damage onto Hermisen just to send him high into the sky so he can survive, but VipR's going to finish off the stock with that nair.
And it's a D-Light side air. Interesting that he went for side air there, being that the island was on his right. If he would have hit the side air, it would have just bounced him off the island, so a recovery would have been the better option there. Even a nair, and nair might have killed at that point.
It was an interesting option, but ultimately they still got that stock off of blue, and they're looking for more red team member. They got that early lead, and they're just maintaining it. That's all they've had to do, and they are doing it well.
Hermisen now getting into the later stages of orange on his final stock. He has to be careful. VipR might be falling here. Does he have the in-air options? He does. Ariel there giving him a lot of room to grow.
But unfortunately, Ariel did get punished for his troubles, does go down. VipR is still holding on to the second stocks. Last one maintaining that second stock spot as Blue hits the neutral light for the kill. That is another sword neutral light for the kill. We're just seeing neutral lights be a little bit more of a common kill option, or just a lot of damage having to be put out for those neutral lights to kill. Stomp Sair, Hermisen goes down to the 2v1 for Blue.
Blue is not in the worst spot at this point. He's just like right on the border of kill percent. VipR and Ariel in the kind of the mid stages of orange right now. That picks up right over the edge. That 2x4 was just long enough to pick him up there.
His head just creeped over the corner. The tatami mat slapped him up into the island and then back down. That geometry, just you saw the math coming out from VipR. Thinking about the math, bam. Tatami mat.
He placed it so well, ricocheting off that angle of the island.
And you see Twilight still on the board. Going back to Twilight, looks like Blue and hermisen not afraid of Twilight. They know what happened, and they're gonna make a slight adjustment and avoid those tatami mats.
Twilight is a very popular 2v2 map. Obviously, Mammoth is. That goes without saying. But Twilight is as well. It's a reasonably big stage. It has the island on the right, kind of separating that space, compartmentalizing those 2v2 fighting spaces.
Yeah, you get that breathing room if you need it over to the island. Especially like in the 1v2 situation, you can really use that island for some safe movement around the map. Damage slowly adding up for both sides. We do see the edge guard attempt from Blue, and Ariel is going to be VipR with the double dare, and he gets back up. hermisen not able to punish him too much for it. He did take a nair, but not much else.
And that was Ariel. He was on the back foot on the edge over there. You saw him retreat to the right side of the island. That was giving him the breathing room that we were talking about. And then VipR immediately rotated in, came down, got the stock in the process.
Again, that's VipR just kind of doing that follow-up spot that he's been doing for the red team. You see Ariel being the one aggressive. You see him sandwiched between blue team members and confidently throwing out attacks. Meanwhile, VipR's the one who's just looking to punish. You see him, he got hit by the weapon toss. He's able to hold on, trying to put the damage onto Blue. hermisen gets the downlight into the Sair, or I believe it was a sidelight into a Sair onto Ariel. Stocks have been evened up though.
And when hermisen actually just fell, it was kind of almost the exact same thing that happened. It was like a D-light side air that picked up hermisen and Ariel, sent them to the right. Ariel goes around the island. hermisen was down there. VipR immediately rotated over. He didn't get the hit for the kill because hermisen was already dead, but it was still like a very similar play.
Top of the map though, Blue looking for the downlight into the recovery kill onto VipR. Wanted that quick kill off that top tree branch, but couldn't quite get enough damage onto it. VipR putting damage out on everyone right now. He's really looking for the damage onto hermisen, but Blue is the one who is closer to that kill percentage. Blue getting the turnaround. It's the Sair. It's going to be Ariel who goes down from the middle of the map. VipR hits the tatami map, but not able to get the kill. Blue was so damaged looking for the weapon toss. It's Ariel who gets the uppercut, the recovery underneath. So many kill attempts, and it's Ariel who gets it.
And the game is dead even right now. hermisen trying to put out the damage onto VipR. He doesn't pick up the recovery, which would have been the kill move. Would have given them a lead.
Blue light comes out. Gonna be the Sair out of hit stun. hermisen looking for another kill onto Ariel. Ariel is in trouble. The nair from the bottom of the map does take down Blue, but Ariel really has to extend this stock. You can see in the top right of your screen how close he is to that kill percent.
You see him playing really high in the air though. He knows how important a single kill off the top would be for his team right now. Even just some damage. We can see VipR in the 2v1 situation against both members of the blue team being in red. That would be huge. Addy won one of those earlier.
But Ariel does go down, and this is not quite the same spot that Addy was in when he won his 2v1. VipR's gonna have to put a little bit of work into this one if he wants to close this one out.
Nice side air. He's looking to finish that kill off.
VipR on the left side, Blue going for the edge guard. This could be dangerous. This is a spot that you can win, and VipR gets the ground pound. This is just a straight 1v1 now for VipR and Blue. VipR over to the island. Oh, he went for the dodge through into that turnaround Sair, but Blue was ready for it, able to interrupt with a neutral light, and he picks up the Sair. VipR goes down. That was a strong position, but again, VipR a little bit more known for his blasters play, so when it comes to the 1v1, maybe not as confident in his Koji.
Also, I mean, Blue was the one who placed extremely well yesterday. Had that huge run. So that is that's the new guy beating the old guy here.
And just old guys can't keep up anymore.
That's true. Brawlhalla's a young man's game.
And going right back into game 3. Winner of this secures, I believe, a top 6 spot. Loser of this will go down and have to make the run.
Yeah, the winner of this will be moving on to actually winners finals.
So it's a top 3 spot.
Yes, it is. Okay. So this is a very, very important game. Winning this will give you some break time. It will give you some cooldown time, and you won't have to make the dreaded losers bracket run. Because if you go down in the losers bracket, you gotta play a whole heck of a lot more sets. We are going to Miami Dome. It's the first time we've seen it today.
And in twos, it's very rare to see Miami
Yes.
Dome as a map pick. It's very odd. There are the platforms for relief, but other than that, it just ends up being a very small area of space, especially with the kind of arguably more dangerous under platform area now. It's an interesting pick to go to Miami Dome.
Those blast zones on the left and the right are really close. You can't go under the map like you can on a Thunder Guard or a smaller map like that. So yeah, this is kind of a rare map. Things get pretty chaotic here. It can be a real kill fest here.
You're already seeing the chaos come out as VipR is very close to that damage spot, very close to kill percent. Aerial just trying to give him that breathing room, but the side sig from hermisen connects underneath, and VipR first one to get taken down. Aerial looking for a lot of damage on hermisen, trying to get those downlight dares, struggling to get him over to the right side, but hermisen fell out. Light side sig connects from VipR. hermisen quite damaged, but again gets the turnaround onto VipR. It's gonna be the uppercut from Aerial to give them the stock advantage. VipR's got to be careful though. He is getting damaged, eking into that orange on his second stock.
A little bit of team damage coming out from hermisen as he goes in to punish Aerial. Just so much raw chaos here. Everything happens so quickly. We've already seen 3 stocks get lost at this point, and we're barely over a minute into this game.
hermisen really looking for this kill onto VipR. We saw him go for that neutral light into the recovery. Saw him throw out his side signature. Instead, it's going to be VipR with the turnaround Sarah onto Blue. Blue does go down into his final stock. Picks up the neutral light onto hermisen for as well. hermisen does hit the side sig, hits the neutral sig. hermisen with a double is going to even up the stocks. He's got to be careful though. He is again a little bit more damaged.
Yeah, Aerial and VipR holding just a little bit of a lead at this point. We're seeing Aerial come in with the guitars. hermisen getting a nice 3-piece string there. Blue coming to finish it off. Doesn't end up getting the kill, but he's put some damage onto Aerial, getting it closer and closer to even.
Side air on the left side. Blue with the relief, that neutral light on main stage. hermisen able to get that wall touch. Comes back up, has the guitars. Might be looking for the kill onto Aerial. You see him underneath both red team members, looking for recoveries, looking for neutral signatures. Goes for the ground pound attempt on the left side. Couldn't quite get the hit.
And now you're actually seeing quite a few signatures coming out from hermisen, and that has been uncharacteristic of his play so far today. Definitely on this Miami Dome and definitely on this set.
I mean, those signatures cover so much space. Just those jaguar bites, the wingtips on the bird, the down sig, the neutral sig, they just cover a lot of space around you.
Which is good, but also on a small map like this,
could hit your
that
teammate.
could be a huge risk. He's done them very well so far. No team damage has come from signatures coming out from hermisen. He's used them sparingly.
Neutral sig comes out. Unfortunately, it's on Aerial and not VipR, who potentially could have gone down had that neutral sig connected. Big guitar damage onto Aerial. Blue does go down in the middle of the map. hermisen, he can just start throwing those signatures freely. Really, the big punish is going to be from if one of the red team members avoids it, but now it's left to the 1v1 against Aerial.
He does have the spear in his hand. You saw him throw it down. He's going to be disarmed as it despawns very quickly. He now gets the guitars. Goes with a wake-up side signature immediately when he picks up the guitars.
Lots of signature attempts from hermisen. Knows how one signature is all he needs to win this out. But if he goes for it too much, you're seeing Aerial rack up the damage onto hermisen. It's the downlight Sair from hermisen, not a signature.
I think that D-Sig was just a bait.
Yeah.
It was just like, you saw how far away from the corner he was.
It was an Isidru bait.
You saw the gigantic range that has.